One bullet, one assassination, and the world could have spiraled into an entirely different kind of chaos. What if Saburo Arasaka, the iron-fisted emperor of Arasaka Corporation, had died during the Fourth Corporate War? Today, Chumbas, we dive into a fractured timeline where the god of Arasaka falls too soon, and Night City becomes a battleground for power, ideology, and survival. Welcome to LoreSplice, where timelines fracture and new legends are born. To understand this altered timeline, we need to first revisit the world as it stood at the turn of the 21st century. The Fourth Corporate War, a global conflict waged between two titans, Militech and Arasaka. Saburo Arasaka, then in his 90s, ruled his empire with absolute authority, weaving political strings and corporate assassinations with chilling precision. But in our main timeline, Saburo survived the war's chaos, retreating to Japan after the fall of Arasaka Tower in 2023. The tower's destruction, led by Johnny Silverhand and the NUSA, was catastrophic, but Saburo endured. Now imagine if events unfolded differently. In this fractured timeline, Saburo doesn't make it out. December 2020. Amidst growing tensions between the United States government, Militech, and Arasaka, a rogue coalition of NUSA Black Ops, former nomads, and disenfranchised Netwatch agents coordinate an operation. Codename Sunfall. Their objective? Decapitate Arasaka leadership. Saburo's convoy, heavily guarded, moves through Yokohama. An unexpected EMP strike disables security systems. A sniper, some say an ex-Aldecaldo, others whisper an exiled voodoo boy, takes the shot. Saburo Arasaka is dead before his bodyguards even realize they're under attack. The death of Saburo Arasaka creates a seismic shockwave. Without its god emperor, Arasaka fractures overnight. His eldest son, Kei Arasaka, assumes emergency control. But Kei lacks Saburo's ruthless gravitas. Infighting erupts. The board fractures into loyalist factions, some backing Kei, others backing Yorinobu, Saburo's rebellious younger son, still exiled but now emboldened. Militech capitalizes immediately. With Saburo gone, Militech's proxies dismantle Arasaka's American holdings. San Diego, Chicago, Texas. Night City becomes ground zero, a playground for warlords, mercenaries, and opportunists. By 2023, without Saburo's stabilizing influence, the Fourth Corporate War doesn't end with Arasaka Tower's destruction. Instead, a second tower storm begins. Militech forces lay siege to remaining Arasaka strongholds in Night City. Rogue AIs slip through Blackwall fractures as Netwatch struggles to contain the chaos. The NUSA government declares martial law across key sectors. Gangs like Maelstrom and Animals seize abandoned Arasaka tech, modifying themselves into horrific cybernetic war beasts. In the power vacuum, nomad nations like the Aldecaldos and Snake Nation solidify trade routes, becoming quasi-governments of their own. Meanwhile, in the shadows, fixer empires, Rogue, Wakako, Mr. Hands, thrive, brokering deals between desperate factions. And in Japan, Yorinobu Arasaka seizes his moment. With Kei dead in a coup orchestrated by bitter board members, Yorinobu ascends, promising a new vision for Arasaka, one free from the suffocating traditions of his father. In reality, Yorinobu's Arasaka doubles down on black market operations, deep cyberware trafficking, rogue AI experiments in the Pacific Ring, secret alliances with powerful Chinese megacorps. He forms the Kuroshi Accord, a shadow coalition of splinter corps, rogue netrunners, and data cults, opposed to both Militech and the NUSA. By the time V enters the scene in 2077, Night City is unrecognizable. Arasaka is no longer a semi-respectable megacorp, it's a black ops, AI-fueled syndicate. Militech controls vast swaths of NUSA government, operating more like a military junta. Rogue AIs have carved out digital enclaves, with Alt Cunningham ruling over fragmented AI collectives. The nomads effectively govern the Badlands, serving as both smugglers and lawkeepers. Gangs like the Tiger Claws become full paramilitary organizations backed by Yorinobu's underworld empire. Fixers are no longer just middlemen. They're regional warlords, controlling everything from trade routes to data black markets. And amidst all of this, V finds themselves not in a struggle for personal survival, but as a potential kingmaker in the war for humanity's soul. In this timeline, the Relic program still exists, but it's no longer solely a Yorinobu experiment. The Kuroshi Accord is perfecting full-body digital transfers, using the Blackwall breaches to store soul data beyond human jurisdiction. Johnny Silverhand's engram isn't a corporate experiment. It's a wild data construct smuggled by rogue netrunners, aiming to weaponize him against the remaining megacorps. Instead of stealing from Arasaka for Evelyn, V's heist becomes a race between multiple factions. Kuroshi Accord agents seeking Johnny's data to empower rogue AIs. Militech operatives wanting the relic for full-spectrum military dominance. The Aldecaldos seeking to destroy the relic entirely, seeing it as the ultimate threat to human freedom. Let's break down the key power players of 2077 in this fractured timeline. 1. Kuroshi Accord, led by Yorinobu Arasaka, a rogue alliance combining AI development, black market cyberware, data trafficking, and biotech experimentation. Think Yorinobu plus Voodoo Boys plus Chinese ghost corporations. 2. Militech Junta, NUSA-backed, effectively the military wing of the NUSA, fully embedded in national politics, controls most of North America's infrastructure. 3. Nomad federations, Aldecaldos, Snake Nation, decentralized but powerful, handle trade, smuggling, and increasingly act as neutral peacekeepers. 4. Blackwall entities, Alt Cunningham and Rogue AIs, digital ghosts behind the Blackwall, offering forbidden knowledge to those daring, or desperate, enough to listen. 5. Fixer cartels, Rogue, Wakako, Hands, Padre, regional power brokers managing the delicate balance between factions. By 2080, Night City balances on a knife's edge. Yorinobu's Kuroshi Accord prepares to merge human consciousness with Blackwall AI. Militech initiates Project Lazarus, full neural override cyber soldiers using Relic tech. Rogue AIs stir behind the Blackwall, whispering of a singularity event. And V? V faces the ultimate choice. Serve the Kuroshi Accord and ascend into a post-human godhood. Aid Militech and enforce a cold, brutal human supremacy. Or side with the nomads and rogue fixers to preserve the last flicker of freedom in an increasingly synthetic world. One bullet changed everything. Without Saburo Arasaka, the world of Cyberpunk 2077 becomes even more unstable, more fractured, more dangerous. It's a world where the lines between man and machine blur beyond recognition, where the old gods have fallen and new ones rise from the digital abyss. And that, Chumbas, was our speculative dive into a world without Saburo Arasaka. Do you think Night City would have been better off, or far worse? Drop your theories in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey through alternate cyberpunk lore, hit that like button, subscribe for more fractured timelines, and jack back in next time to LoreSplice, where stories fracture and new legends are born.